Load up the bar with weight and then duck underneath the bar, move your hair out of the way if you need to, and take time to position the bar correctly on your traps. Now, this is what I see people doing wrong. They hold the bar too wide and they set the bar at the base of their neck, balancing on their shoulders or at the very top of the traps. This puts an awful lot of weight onto the neck and really throws your weight forward and gives you the incorrect squat technique. Then they step their feet wide apart and then they take an inhale and lower their butt halfway down and then come back up. Now, do you see how I haven't got any depth in my squat here? I'm just basically pushing my butt back. My thighs have not come parallel to the floor and I'm really not extending through my glutes or getting any kind of work into my legs. This is completely the incorrect squat technique. For a start, the bar is just balancing on your back, and you can see here from the side that I really have absolutely no depth at all. I'm also arching my back. You never want to arch your back in your squat because that puts all of the weight out of the glutes and into the lower back, and you're going to cause yourself an injury. This is definitely not the depth that you want to achieve. Your squat must be much, much deeper like this, and if you're only squatting this deep, this is called a half squat. It can be very useful, but it's not going to build big, deep muscles. Instead, you step underneath the bar, you bring your hands pretty close to your shoulders, and then you take an exhale and push your shoulders, push your traps up into the bar to lift it up. Take a couple of steps back, and then what you want to do is you want to roll the bar down your traps. This is called the low bar position. So you can see here I'm actually rolling the bar down my traps and then wrapping the bar across my shoulder blades. You want to try to pretend that you're going to bend the bar around your shoulders. You're pressing your chest back. Then you're going to take an inhale and you're going to hold your breath slightly as you squat all the way down, bringing the thighs parallel to the floor. Now, you may not have the hip flexibility to squat this low, but what I would suggest is that you put some plates underneath your heels, or you just practice on going deeper. As you can see here, my thighs are parallel to the earth. My back is straight the entire time, and I'm really sitting down deep into that squat. So you take a big inhale and blow very gently through your mouth on the way down. It's almost like you're holding your breath, and then you power up through the feet on the way back up. You want to make sure that you're really pushing hard on the way back up, but that you're squeezing the glutes on the way down as well. This is so important. Keep your back straight the entire time. Lower with control. Squeeze your glutes on the way down, pause, and then power up through the feet. So if you don't squeeze your glutes on the way down, you're missing out all of this potential control. Then you want to step forward, re-rack the bar, and duck back out under it. Now, one of the things you can also do just to check that you're going deep enough with your squat is to get the arms of the squat rack, if your squat rack has one, and position them just where the bar would be whenever you squat nice and deep with a lot of depth. So you can move these arms up and down normally by just pulling them out to the side and then pushing them back in. So position them to where you think you're going to be whenever you squat down. You can even test this a little bit with the bar on your shoulders. So you're going to pick up the bar, you're going to push it into your trap to lift it up. Keep your hands pretty close to your shoulders so that you're squeezing and pressing your elbows forward. Position your feet just a little wider than hip distance apart, toes turned slightly out. Take an inhale, hold your breath, squeeze your glutes and lower all the way down so that the bar is touching the two arms. So see how my bar is actually touching the two arms? This is how you know you've got a good squat depth. And this is actually very comforting for a lot of people who get scared to squat so low, because what they think is if they squat low, they're not going to be able to get back up. But if this ever happens to you, then you just set the bar down on the arms and you just move yourself away out from underneath it.